Ksee 24 brings you a lifestyle show from people you know with Emily Irwin. Now, Central Valley Today.
Welcome to Central Valley Today. I am your host, Emily Irwin. Thank you so much for joining us. Coming up on the show today, it's Wine Wednesday, and we're taking a trip to Spain. See what we're sipping on today with Lori Budd. And then we head east for a taste of Persia. Kebabland is gearing up for the big game, and everyone deserves some love on Valentine's Day. How you can send a Valentine's to a vet with Hands on Central California. But first, the pistachio is having a moment right now. Recently, it's found its way into lattes and ice creams and cocktails, which is good news because it's nuts how good this nut is for you. We are keeping our eye on ag now with the American Pistachio Growers. We're over here at the Sierra Nut House, and I'm here with Judy Hirigoyen, and you guys just wrapped up your harvest, and it looks like you harvested more than 884 million pounds of pistachios. So let's talk about how you guys keep the pistachio in the forefront of everybody's mind. How do you make sure that you don't end up with a surplus at the end of the year?
Well, in every market that we're in, and by that I mean the United States and all of our export markets, we target a consumer that's active, they have an active lifestyle, and they're very health intended, and they care about their nutrition.
Right.
So for us to use brand ambassadors, for example, who they care about to communicate our health benefits messaging is very important.
Okay, so brand ambassadors.
Oh gosh, well, for example, in Europe, Jesse Lingard, the Premier League soccer star. Mark Cavendish, he's one of the greatest pro cyclists in the history of the sport. Right here from California, big mountain snowboarder Jeremy Jones, who was also the National Geographic Adventurer of the Year, and Vicky Losada, who might be Europe's greatest female soccer player ever. And in addition to that, we distribute pistachios in sample packages in the goodie bags at citizen events, runs, cycling events, marathons, that kind of thing.
I always get them when I play in golf tournaments. So you get your little goodie bag, you get your bag of pistachios, and you have a little snack for the rest of the day.
That's right. Even ski resorts.
Even ski resorts. I love that. So we think of, especially here in the United States, we think of pistachios mainly as a snack, but that might not be true for the rest of the world.
That's right. Actually, they're an important snack everywhere, but in other food cultures, pistachios have been an ingredient for thousands of years. So we have some education to do with Americans. We're doing our best to help them learn how pistachios are used. But for example, in other countries, pistachios in pastas and other entrees are very important and very common. They're actually one of the top 5 flavors globally for gelato.
Oh.
Yes, yes. And charcuterie in Europe often has pistachios in it. And it's my understanding now that pistachios from California are the #1 pistachios in all European charcuterie.
Okay, and so they like our pistachios.
Yes, yes, and we also promote California pistachios at culinary shows and make sure chefs and manufacturers know about the sustainability and safety of pistachios grown right here in California.
Yeah, I've actually talked with quite a few pistachio growers, and that is one of their main concerns. How can we do more with less? So sustainability, you know, is at the top of their mind, which makes the California pistachio a good one to eat.
It is.
I want to talk a little bit about sort of on that trend or on that topic, the business of the pistachio. So how have tariffs in China sort of affected how you guys grow and how you guys distribute?
Well, look, we were affected by Chinese tariffs, but the fact is Chinese consumers love California pistachios. They trust food from California generally. They don't trust their own food in China. So what we do is we've tried very hard to build a strong relationship with Chinese consumers, and it works. We take Miss California to China with our own growers to meet Chinese consumers where they are, in malls, in grocery stores, in media events. And so the Chinese consumer has become familiar with our own California farmers, and that's really helped to build a trust level there that is fun, and it's great for our growers also to meet their end consumer in China.
I love that partnership. We in the Central Valley, it's easy to take for granted, you know, driving by the produce that you eat every day and, you know, meeting the growers. So
That's
I love
right.
the partnership between Miss California and the pistachio. Back to the health benefits of the pistachio. So you were telling me a little bit off camera about a recent study that came out that talks about how the pistachio can help fight those free radicals, antioxidants. So tell me about that.
Well, this is really exciting news out of Cornell University. It was just published that pistachios are actually not just high in antioxidants, but very high in antioxidants. Right. So when you take that combination that they're very high in antioxidants and they're a complete protein, which means they have the same quality of protein that you would find in animal-based proteins, consider that they're shelf-stable, they're portable. You've got a pretty nearly perfect food right there.
It really is.
Yes.
I like that description. It really is a nearly perfect food. And it is really important that it's shelf-stable because so much of the produce and commodities that we consume, you've got, if they're healthy, you have to eat them, you know, almost immediately.
Right, or cook them.
Or cook them.
Yes, and neither is the case with pistachios.
But we can cook the pistachio, and there are many recipes available. So if we want to learn more about the amazing pistachio and ways that we can incorporate it to our lifestyle and our cooking, where can we do that?
At AmericanPistachios.org. Okay. And there you can also see a really cool video for consumers that will teach you what antioxidants are and what they do for you and what are free radicals and why you want to fight them with food. Food is medicine. Okay, perfect. Well, Judy, thank you so much for helping us keep our eye on ag. We appreciate it. Thank you, Emily. Everybody else, stay right there. We'll be right back.
Know an inspiring educator? Go to yourcentralvalley.com and tell us. Each week, KC24 News honors one exceptional local educator. They win supplies for their classroom from GW School Supply and are added to the Teacher's Honor Wall at Fresno State. We applaud, we honor, we celebrate. Educator of the Week, Wednesdays on KC24. Brought to you by Educational Employees Credit Union, Fresno County Superintendent of Schools, and Tulare County Office of Education.
Burgundy lawyers took out for me because they're well known in the community. I walk into the office and I have a good impression from the beginning. Burgundy lawyers actually advised me to go ahead and take my time, do not rush to judgment in regards my injuries, keeping me updated on my case. I believe that Burgundy lawyers is not just the only way, but it's the right way.
Midland Tractor has a history of partnering with local growers. We bring the latest technology to our customers and provide on-site training and startup with the promise to stay until your equipment is performing as it should. Midland Tractor Equipment Solutions, guaranteed.
Lean back and save big this winter at Fashion Furniture. Right now, save hundreds going from one grade of stressless leather to a superior grade for free. Or save $300 and get a free battery when you purchase any stressless mic or stressless max motorized recliner or any stressless classic power recliner. Don't miss out. Shop Fashion Furniture on El Paso, across from River Park.
An umbrella is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, from $5 a month. AAA, outsmart life.
When my rideshare driver hit another car, I was overwhelmed dealing with the insurance companies. Then I found the injury attorneys at BD&J.
The personal injury attorneys at BD&J have recovered over $1 billion for their clients. Make the call to BD&J today.
How many of you were up there?
At least like 11.
How real is this going back to the moon? How you doing, Lester?
KC24 brings you a lifestyle show from people you know. Now, Central Valley Today.
Welcome back to Central Valley Today. Agriculture is so much more than getting from the farm to
diesel engine products. And ultimately, that comes down to performance.
Yeah.
Big 173 to all the way up to 300 horsepower to power our engine-driven products is dedicated to the fan technology at the rear. So that's ultimately producing performance to be able to spray those really, really large trees.
Wow. Okay, so you guys are always innovating, always trying to see, you know, where the business can grow. And I think that's one of the markers of a great business is that you love your roots and you love your history, but you also can look into the future and see how your, you know, ambitions and technology can help in future ag endeavors.
Absolutely.
I think it's great. I think this is a great example of an one day you'll get your hands on a bottle and then you can come waste it.
Absolutely.
Come waste it on me. Okay, Lori, but thank you so much. I'm a big fan of Kava now. I'm going to go, that's how I'm going to celebrate Valentine's Day, maybe with this one right here. Thank you so much. We'll have all of these wines online. Thank you. Cheers, my friend.
Slancha.
I always drink all mine. And after a taste of Spain, we head east for some Persian kebabs. Check out what they're cooking up at Kebabland next.
Today, buying drugs is as easy as sending a text. Parents, please talk to your kids about the dangers of fentanyl-laced drugs before it's too late.
An umbrella is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, from $5 a month. AAA, outsmart life.
Your next romantic getaway is at Table Mountain Casino Resort. Book your reservations today at one of our fine dining restaurants, Eagles Landing Steakhouse or Sky Teppanyaki. Or grab a casual bite to eat and enjoy some music at Blue Oak Grill and end the night in one of our luxurious hotel rooms. Make your reservations today at tmcasino.com.
I was not confident in my teeth at all before I had braces.
I had gaps in my teeth were uneven.
Dr. Tom and his team definitely made us feel very comfortable.
They did treat me like family.
They did treat us like family. I was comfortable to ask them any questions about my teeth, and they would give me an honest answer, and I really appreciated that.
I was surprised just of how quick it was.
Fast Dental Fresno made it super easy, and in as little as 4 months, I had my dream smile.
I would absolutely recommend it.
The lawyers at BD&J are used to dealing with some pretty big numbers.
I was just walking across the street when I was hit in the crosswalk, but BD&J got
Welcome back. We're bringing a little Persian culture to our American celebration this weekend with Kebabland Catering. So I'm here now with Payam Nasirpour, owner of Kebabland. So tell us about Kebabland. It's actually been a minute since you've been back here.
Yeah.
So tell us about Kebabland. People might think it's a Mediterranean, but it's a little bit different, right?
Yes.
So tell us about it.
Yes, so we are Persian cuisine.
Right.
It's a little different than Mediterranean as far as the portion of the kebabs. You know, the flavor, the marination.
Yeah.
You know, we have stews and different variety of foods that we do for catering and we serve at our restaurant, which is located on Nissan Cedar.
Yes.
And it might be a new year this year.
Okay.
But we're all about old traditions because the old traditions, it's where it's at.
Yeah.
You know, we have our flavor every year, no matter what year we have, the fresh flavor is the one that kind of speaks volumes.
Yes. So if I actually, on your guys' Yelp page, I see lots of people who are, you know, from out of town, and they're like, when I came to Fresno, I needed to find a Persian restaurant, and the flavors will remain the same.
Yeah, we get people coming from LA, from San Francisco area, we had people from New York, you know, visiting the California. They stop by and they're like, oh, why don't you move to, you know, there on the open one. But just to get the weekend started. So this weekend we have our Funky Friday event. Which is on Friday evening. We have happy hour drinks, and then we have our live music with our local live musicians, very talented. They'll be playing music, having, you know, happy hour drinks, and people can just walk in or reserve a table. Order, you know, the food they like and enjoy the vibe, you know? Yes, so sometimes I take that way home, and you guys are on my way home on Fridays, and it's popping there sometimes right during happy hour. But what if we're having a bigger celebration this weekend? So, you guys have been doing catering for a long time, right? Yeah, we've been doing catering over 25 years. And what you see here, from the right, we have our basmati rice. This is basically our KB Land package, which serves about 5 people. There's our basmati rice, which is half rice there, and we have right over here in the center, we have our ground beef, our tenderloin beef, our chunks of chicken, and then we have our ground chicken. And then we have our grilled vegetables, grilled tomato, which is grilled tomato. The Persian tradition. And then we have the salad that you have a choice to get the salad as long if you want salad with it too. How in advance do people have to put in their catering order? So this weekend, it's, you know, the big game is on Sunday, and we'll be a little busier, so we encourage people place an order as soon as they're decided on the size of the party and the time and everything, and just sit back, relax, watch the game, let us add the flavor to the game and enjoy. This would be a really good way to cater, because people can kind of pick what they like. I mean, maybe they like beef or chicken. You get everything with it. You get rice, you get the variety of meat, you get vegetables, you could get hummus, and then you get pita bread, you get the garlic sauce, which we make at our own restaurant. And we bottle it and we sell it, and it's very popular. And then we have our own salad dressing, which we make, you know. And you bottle that and sell that too, right? Yes, we bottle and sell that too. And, you know, we don't have to go far to kind of serve a big group. And not just any food. Fresh, flavorful. You don't have to go far to get a little Persian culture at your big game celebration this weekend. They make requests for catering online, right? Yeah, they can call our phone number, which is 559-900-4772 to make reservation for the Friday event, or to place catering orders. And we do take orders on our website as well. And but the easiest way is probably calling in. That way they're sure. Tell you what you want. All right. Well, we got a big game celebration feast right here that maybe we'll eat during the break. Payam, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for having me. Don't touch that channel. Show some love for veterans this Valentine's Day. How you can take part in Valentine's for Vets with Hands On Central California. That's next.
Our President's Day sale is for your whole house.
Prep your living room with this cozy pull-out sofa for only $9.99.
Upgrade your bedroom with this contemporary bed in a panel or canopy version for only $9.99.
Add dining style with this extendable table and 4 swivel chairs for only $9.99. Now is the best time to upgrade your home.
No matter what your style, More Furniture has the right looks at the right price.
Visit morefurniture.com to preview all the President's Day sale specials.
Thousands of men and women suffer from hair loss. Premature hair loss happens for many reasons, resulting in lack of confidence and frustration. Have you met Ted? Not this one. This one. Body del Sol Aesthetics is the first medical facility in the Valley to introduce the transepidermal delivery system, which delivers medication deep into the hair follicle and scalp. No needles, no downtime, with visible results after your first treatment. Stop the shed with Ted and visit Body del Sol today.
No matter where you work, an injury can happen. And when it does, you need help right away. The insurance company has a team of lawyers to make your case go away. make sure you have an experienced team to fight back. At Barry Smith & Bartell, we know workers' compensation cases, and we know what it takes to win. Call us now for a free, no-obligation case consultation. Let us put the experience that matters to work for you. Barry Smith & Bartell, bringing justice to injured workers.
Great party, Carly. You must have blown your budget.
Not exactly.
You have great name brand snacks, tons of meat, and where did you get this imported cheese?
Hello, Grocery Outlet, Bargain Market.
Want to enjoy eating healthy during the big game? Grocery Outlet has got you covered. This week, Thomas Farms 93% lean grass-fed ground beef is just $4.99 per pound. That's a savings worth celebrating.
Grocery Outlet, Bargain Market. Life is uncertain. Everyday pressures can feel overwhelming. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal. With CalHope's free and secure mental health resources, it's easy to get the help you and your loved ones need when you need it the most. Call our warm line at 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
Was her husband trying to poison her?
She's like, this is no accident.
Was he lacing her vitamin supplements with lead?
You try to kill your wife?
Watch the next Inside Edition.
Inside Edition, tonight at 7 on Ksee 24.
Ksee 24 brings you a lifestyle show from people you know. Now, Central Valley Today.
Well, everyone deserves some love this Valentine's Day, especially our vets. So here now from Hands On Central California is Tish Standley. So thanks for being here. It's been a minute since you've been here.
Yes, thanks for having me. I was here last year and got to share, and because of that, we received so many cards.
Okay, good. Okay, so tell us about Hands On Central California.
Absolutely. So Hands On Central California is a nonprofit organization. We've been around for 70 years, and really we are a volunteer and civic engagement organization, and our job really is to inspire, equip, and mobilize residents to serve in their communities, and we do that all up and down the Central Valley. So we reach 7 counties and are equipping individuals to get involved.
Right, right, right. So a big part of what you guys do every year, especially during Valentine's Day, is Valentine's for Vets. So what is that?
Yeah, so Valentine's for Veterans was really started through our RSVP program, which is our retired senior volunteer.
Okay.
Lots of our volunteers are seniors, are 55 and plus. Many of them are veterans.
Yeah.
And this whole concept was to give back to veterans. During the last couple years, they've not been able to get out very much.
Yeah.
And so our thought was that we would get our volunteers to get together, get cards out to those veterans, and then really the community kind of jumped on board, which is really who we are as part of our DNA, is to be civically engaged. So the whole community got involved, schools, churches, organizations. It was really incredible.
I think it's so cute. So I always get a Valentine from my mom and my dad and my sister, and sometimes my boyfriend gives me a Valentine. But I think it makes it that much more special when, you know, maybe it's not like your romantic partner, but it's just somebody in the community who's out there saying, you know, you're loved this Valentine's Day, and you can get a little something. So if we want to send a Valentine to a vet, how do we do that?
So there's several ways that you can do. You could actually make a handmade card, and you can drop them off at any of the Amy's Hallmark locations or Hands On Central California. You'll see the address on the screen. You can also go to Amy's Hallmark and purchase a card and write a message and leave it with them, and our volunteers will do the rest. They'll collect them and they'll distribute them to programs.
Okay, perfect. So the RSVP program, is that in partnership with AmeriCorps?
Correct.
Okay, so how does that work?
So AmeriCorps RSVP is a senior program. It's federally funded. We are the sponsor here in Central California. And our job is really to reach those seniors and plug them into organizations where they can get involved, use their skills, be active. And so that's where all of this was kind of birthed.
Yes, and it can be, you know, especially when it stands for
Retired Senior Volunteer Program.
Right, when you retire, both of my parents are retired, and it can kind of be hard to find what to do with yourself, and you kind of reach a point in your life where you want to, you know, be connected and give back and sort of, you know, give something of yourself. You don't want to give that up entirely. So that's a great program. If there are people out there that want to be involved with that, how do they get signed up?
They would simply go to our website, handsoncentralcal.org. They could call our office. We'd love to get them connected. connected. And as I said, we do this in 7 counties.
Yeah.
So we can plug you in wherever you're at, and we'd love to make sure that you, wherever your passions are and your talents are, that's where we want to place you.
And that's what you really want to be connected with, is an organization who will find a spot for you that fits with what you're looking for. Because sometimes it's really hard to volunteer by yourself. It kind of helps if you've got an organization behind you, and you know, it's easier to give your time that way. But back to Valentine's Day. So if we want to send a Valentine to a vet, is there a size requirement?
No size requirement, no design requirement. Simply get them to Amy's Hallmark or Hands On Central California, and we will get them to local veterans agencies and programs.
Because you have a little basket right here.
I do, lots of goodies in here.
So if I want, like, should I just send a card, or?
Yeah, right now we're just looking for cards. Part of what we are doing is that we are going to be supporting a larger event at the VA hospital. We're going to have a How About a Kiss booth and providing kisses to veterans as they're coming out of their appointments at the VA. So we are getting a little more creative and having events because the vets get to engage now and have stuff in person. So we thought that would be a really fun way to do that.
That is cute. So just cards. We will have all the addresses where you can drop them off, because you're accepting them all over the place. So we'll have all the addresses about how you can do that. During the rest of the year, what are you focusing on after Valentine's Day?
So all year long, we are, as I said, we are connecting with individuals and placing them in organizations and areas where they can get plugged in. And so we have, you know, businesses who want to get their employees to go and volunteer at an organization. We have individuals who say, hey, I just want to get involved. What do I do? So all year long, we're doing that. And then just making an available platform for people to get civically involved.
Okay, well, they're a great resource to know. If you've got a group out there that wants to give back, then you should get in touch with Hands On Central California. There was a lot of words up there. I was kind of mixed up. Tish, thank you so much for being here. We'll have all the information about Valentine's for Vets online as well. Coming up here, we're getting you into the right car for the right price. We head over to Elite Auto after the break.
John Kinsel was sentenced to life in prison based solely on this child's testimony. You're saying, I'm a liar. Are you lying then or are you lying now? New Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, today at 4 on Ksee 24.
Start your better life with a new implanted supported smile from Dr. Ryan Dunlop.
When I first saw my smile, I was amazed. Do they really look like this? I smile a lot more. And that's what's better for me.
Call today to book your consultation.
Hurry into Serrano's Furniture for our President's Day Super Sale. The more you buy, the more you save, with up to 20% off on qualifying cash purchases. Or enjoy 12, 24, or 48 months no-interest financing for our President's Day Super Sale. Get a free adjustable base or free mattress set when you buy select bedroom sets. Don't miss our President's Day Super Sale, going on at all Serrano's Furniture locations.
Spend the year enjoying Main Street, Hanford. On St. Paddy's Day, everybody's Irish in downtown Hanford. Enjoy craft beer tastings, Irish eats, live music, and great discounts. Thursday night marketplace runs May through October with beer and wine gardens, your favorite vendors, and favorite tastes. Don't miss Blues in September, Witches Night Out in October, Wine and Chocolate in December, and Hanford Winter Wonderland through January. Follow us for updates and info on our events. And spend the year enjoying Main Street, Hanford.
I got hurt in a car accident, but I don't want to spend all day dealing with the lawyer.
It only takes a few minutes. It's easier than you think to hire the Law Brothers.
We can evaluate your case in as little as 5 minutes.
And that free 5-minute call could mean the difference of thousands of dollars for you.
The first call to the Law Brothers took only 5 minutes. And in the end, they settled my case for $215,000.
It only takes 5 minutes. Why wouldn't you call?
Call us. We're the Law Brothers.
Call 559-9-million or visit lawbrothers.com.
There's an EECU Visa credit card for everyone, whether you're just starting to build credit or you're ready for a card with a generous limit and rewards. Wherever you are in life, a credit card from EECU can help you save money. Because right now, we're offering a low promotional rate, and we're waiving the balance transfer fee, which makes it a great time to consolidate your debt and save. Apply online at myeecu.org. EECU. Smarter banking since 1934.
Start your better life with a new implanted supported smile from Dr. Ryan Dunlop.
When I first saw my smile, I was absolutely overwhelmed, a little in shock, but mostly just thrilled, absolutely thrilled.
Call today to book your consultation.
Ksee 24 brings you a lifestyle show from people you know with Emily Irwin. Now, Central Valley Today.
Versatility and practicality, you can't beat a truck. They can do it all. And so today, we are at the dealership that sells it all. We are at the Elite Auto Mall in Visalia. I'm here with Anthony Flores, and we're this is an auto mall right here on Main Street, but we're in front of the truck center here. So I've heard that your trucks have been flying off the lot. So lots of people want trucks right now. So tell me about the truck lot.
Right now, we have about 40 trucks in stock. We want everybody riding in style, riding different. What we do, we customize them. A lot of them we lower them. Some of them we put level kits. Some of them we lift them. We have diesels. We got Ford, Chevys, Toyotas. So that's what we do here at the truck lot. I mean, it's a full lot of fully custom trucks.
I think that if you're going to buy a truck, one, I think buying a used car is always a great idea. And if you want to get into the truck world, if you want something that's customized, it's kind of nice to start off with something that has a vision. So, there's a truck over there that has the smoked out taillights. There's another one over there that's lower. There's another one that's lifted. And so you can kind of build off of Anthony's creativity. So you mentioned a little bit about what's in stock here at the truck lot. Any trucks that are your favorites that you might be sad to see go?
A couple of them. I mean, this is a lowered one, 2018 lowered Silverado. But a lot of times what we'll do is when we customize them, because people will buy them stock and then they'll go spend $4 or $5 grand to customize them. So here, they're already customized for you. And if you want to hey, I want that one with a lift kit or wheels, tires, and it doesn't have it, we can still do it for you.
Now, are concerned about the used car about mileage. What can you say about low mileage cars? Do you have any options like that?
Yeah, we have some that are low mileage that are still in their factory warranty, and also with the ones that are a little bit higher mileage, we have aftermarket warranties. They can buy a 2-year, 3-year, 4-year warranty that covers your engine, transmission, powertrain. So, but before we even put the trucks on the lot, we take the shops, we go through a full inspection, when the rack check the brakes, oil, whatever needs to be done to fix them. We recondition our vehicles before we put them.
That's really reassuring that, if you're buying an older used car, it's gonna, be down there in miles, but then you can also get a warranty after the factory warranty. That's reassuring. But what about when I go to buy the truck? Can you help me there? What kind of financing do you guys provide? Can you help reassure me that I'm going to be able to afford my new truck?
Yeah, we deal with all the local credit unions here in the Valley. We also do a second chance financing if they have a no credit, no license, job letter, cash pay. We have second chance. That's one thing about us. We'll make a phone call, we'll call the bank, we'll get the connection, and we'll get them approved.
Okay, great. So we are at the Elite Auto Mall here in Visalia. How can people find you? And if there are other people out there, maybe the truck is not for them, what else do you guys sell at that Elite Auto?
The next spot we'll go is we have a fully lot that's about $12,000 and under, and that's for our first time buyer program or second chance financing. And we have SUVs, cars, and then we also have our higher end lot down the street that's a little bit more newer vehicles. And we also got something that I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. We also came out with the Can-Ams, the Razors, the Quads, and we're starting something off new this year with that.
Okay, so something for everybody here at Elite Auto at the Visalia Auto Mall that they've created here on Main Street. We will have all the touch. Find them. Anthony Flores, thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Everybody else, stay right there. We'll be right back.
Today, buying drugs is as easy as sending a text. Parents, please talk to your kids about the dangers of fentanyl-laced drugs before it's too late.
The most common form of dementia is Alzheimer's. At Oasis Adult Day Program, we really focus on keeping your body and mind moving. So the more cognitive stimulation and exercise you do, the slower Alzheimer's or dementia progresses. Our whole purpose is to offer a safe and engaging environment so your loved one is able to have fun while you are getting your much-needed break. To learn more, call 559-224-9121.
Thousands of men and women suffer from hair loss. Premature hair loss happens for many reasons, resulting in lack of confidence and frustration. Have you met Ted? Not this one. This one. Body del Sol Aesthetics is the first medical facility in the Valley to introduce the transepidermal delivery system, which delivers medication deep into the hair follicle and scalp. No needles, no downtime, with visible results after your first treatment. Stop the shed with Ted and visit Body del Sol today.
The 6 pillars of character support student academics and their personal development.
Through Your Character Matters, the Tulare County Office of Education and KC24 bring you stories of students living these values.
Each week, you'll meet great role models with inspiring stories
of community service, standing up for others, and preparing themselves for the future.
We're proud to share these stories of young people changing the world for the better.
Your Character Matters, Tuesdays at 5 on KC24, local news that matters.
For 75 years, Whitey's Pets has been helping you find your new best friend. We carry leading brands of dog and cat food at great prices. Our expert staff will help, whether you're just starting out or have years of schooling. Whitey's carries all the supplies and accessories your new friend needs to be happy and healthy. Shy friends, furry friends, slippery friends, friendly friends. Whitey's Pets, open every day. The best service and selection for 75 years. Say, how long is that in dog years?
Ever since that driver hit my minivan, I haven't been able to just relax until I found the injury attorneys at BD&J.
The personal injury attorneys at BD&J have recovered over $1 billion for their clients. Make the call to BD&J today.
KC24 brings you a lifestyle show from people you know with Emily Irwin. Now, Central Valley Today.
A South Valley student who is just starting out is already being recognized as a standout. Her willingness to help out is just one example of her great character. Our own Stephanie Barugian shares her story.
Sometimes I feel silly. Everybody do the silly face.
Learning about emotions and proper social behavior is an important part of the curriculum in Mr. Gonzalez's transitional kindergarten class at Visalia's Crestwood Elementary. Some students have a bit to learn, and some are natural.
Luna just came in natural. She was just a little bit more mature.
In this group of wiggly 4 to 5-year-olds, Luna Guzman is a standout.
Hey, sweater. We gotta do this again. Oh, the sweater is that? Amaya, is that true?
Her teachers say she's a helper, willing to give a hand without prompting since the start of
I know, I'm okay.
She's the first to give a hug and the first to help. Great character beyond her years make Luna Guzman a
business. Walt winner that following Monday, February 10th, is also when you can watch KC24's Puppy Bowl right here on Central Valley Today at 3 p.m. And here's a live look of our Puppy Bowl set that will be full of puppies from the Valley Animal Center. This Friday, you can tune in to the very special episode of Central Valley Today. I am so excited for that day. It's going to be a great day of the Puppy Bowl. We'll see who wins. But it's a big game tradition. But if you blink, you might just miss it. Our very own Andrew Martin has more on this year's Female Flyover.
They're known as the Flying Eagles, which is fitting because the Eagles are one of the teams in Super Bowl 57.
You get to see the world from such an interesting perspective.
Naval Lieutenants Ariel Ash and Katie Martinez are part of their own team headed to Super Bowl 57. Based at Naval Air Station Lemoore in California, on Sunday, they'll fly out of Luke Air Force Base in Arizona to be above State Farm Stadium just before kickoff.
I am absolutely very excited. There is nervous excitement there, but not in the sense that anything's, not going to go to plan.
You want to do it right. You want to be on time, on target. You want it to look good. So it's all of that combined. The flying piece of it is the simplest aspect.
Flying faster than the speed of sound. These women will be in F-18s. They'll likely be part of a diamond formation, 4 aircraft total, and they'll be flying to honor their predecessors in the Navy. In 1973, 50 years ago, the first 8 women began flight school in Pensacola, Florida.
I feel very fortunate to be a part of it. I mean, these women paved such an important path for all of us that are able to be here today.
I'm an aviator because I earned my wings just like anyone else. So I'm proud to do it with my friends on the field who happen to be female.
And that was Andrew Martin reporting from Arizona there. Check out our website at yourcentralvalley.com/CVT. If you ever miss anything from the show, we'll have it there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
There are terrific stories highlighting education across the valley.
Stories of remarkable students and teachers, innovative programs, and curriculum.
Dedicated to improving our communities.
The Fresno County Superintendent of Schools and KC24 are committed to sharing these achievements
through stories that focus on educational excellence in our community.
Education Matters, Mondays at 6:30 on KC24, local news that matters.
Made possible by EECU, Fresno State, and Chevron.
We're seeing a record number of migrants, men, women, and children. So many young babies, not toddlers, babies.
News Nation has been there at the border every single day.
This is a very popular landing spot for a lot of these migrants.
Approximately 20 migrants on board this boat.
Something we've never seen before. I've been covering the southern border for about 17 months now.
Law enforcement tells us that all of these different elements can all be traced back to the cartels.
It could be some time before a solution is found.
You are our eyes and ears at the border. Thank you for that exclusive.
Can't get rid of that stubborn belly fat? Get the body you've been dreaming of. Dr. Maj and Maj Medical Clinic. Here's the latest in minimally invasive liposuction technologies. High-definition Lipo 360, together with skin tightening, achieve ultimate body sculpting results with minimal downtime. Medical this and this. And really, it's time to do a little something for you. Call Maj Medical Clinic today for your free consultation and get the body you've been dreaming of.
Resort Cruise.
Go to yourcentralvalley.com and download the Check 24 app today.
Today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
I told the counselor that John had touched me inappropriately.